Good evening, everyone, and happy Monday, and welcome once again to the Tilton Talk show, sponsored by AMG Logistics. Myself, Paul Hipkiss, Mr. Road Mark Adams.
Good evening, everybody.
One and only Claire Wheeldon.
Good evening.
Mr. Fixer Craig Courtney.
Good evening, everyone.
And last but by no means least, Mr. Chris Browne.
Good evening.
We have no chairman tonight. We think he's gone AWOL, so hopefully we send our best wishes on to Alan if we can locate him hopefully soon.
Yep.
Hopefully we might get the chairman appear out of nowhere during the show, we hope. So yeah, all the best to you, Al, obviously, if you don't join us, mate, and I hope you're okay, because we don't know where you are, and we're getting worried. Okay, so top of the show, I'd like to wish former Blues defender Dan Browne all the very best, having been rushed to hospital at the weekend, having got into a challenge with Sunderland player and getting a pretty nasty sort of chest injury. So yeah, all the best to former Blues defender Dan Browne there, because that was pretty concerning, wasn't it? When straight away you could just tell that something wasn't right, couldn't you? Because he's as hard as nails, isn't he?
Yeah, especially in a derby like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, all the best to Dan Browne. Let's hope he, he's. I don't even know if he's out. I've not had an update today, but I know that he was rushed to hospital yesterday. So for all I know now, he could be out of hospital. If anyone's got any updates for us on that, please post it on the chat boxes and let us know how he's doing. But yeah, I've not heard anything today. But yeah, all the best to Dan Browne. Okay, so a bit of not the best of weeks for Blues, was it, Claire? Obviously 2 away defeats. But we talked about Southampton obviously last week, but the QPR game was obviously not the best either, and heartbreaking right at the end, wasn't it? And those away day jitters continue.
Yeah, I think it's a long way to go. £39.
Yeah.
It's we're back to the championship, aren't we? For away days, eh? I think it's sometimes if you lose or draw but you perform, it doesn't hit as hard. No. I think the problem is at the moment we haven't got the performance in. I'm not going to lie, when we met up with some of our friends that we go with, we saw the team, we weren't optimistic at all. I don't understand some of the changes. Well, I get that we got 3 games, but you go away from home, QPR side, they were beatable for me. I don't think that they were that good. I don't think they offered any different to us. Well, where do you start? I mean, so Samuel didn't have his best game. Newman didn't have. I don't think anyone really had their best game. No. I think Awasa and Paik in the middle, you just can't play them both. There's lack of creativity in there. To me, I think the last few games, I think Paik's performances have dropped. I think since his injury, I don't know whether he's come back too early. I'm shocked that Leonard hasn't been given a go. I think when he played against Middlesbrough, I think that he was brilliant and he had a few games in there. The fact that he basically dropped Tommy Doyle. I think Stano's been a bit oblivious in the last few games as well. He hasn't had the chances or the space or the runs. I mean, he had more on Saturday, but Tuesday he was non-existent. And I just think that they did a job on us. I think we are quite easy to play against away from home. I think that we've developed a kind of style at home where we have started to go down the middle, but away from home we seem to go on the wings. And they put 2 players on our wingers, Dimmy and Roberts, and they did a job on us. Yeah. And then as soon as we try and go down the middle, we had no chance. Duck, I mean, he scored against the Baggies, but again, he hasn't had very many great games. And I think Dykes is probably the better one to play away from home. I think he can hold the ball up, he can win the ball in the air, or even have Stano up top and then have someone else in the 10. I'm not quite sure, but something needs to change. doesn't help when your goalkeeper can't save those shots, but then where is the defence?
Yeah.
And to be fair, we didn't deserve anything from that game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very rare I'll ever say that. And I know I'll probably seem very, very negative, but QPR was probably the worst away performance of the season for me. I thought there were some good things. I thought, the goal was brilliant. Roberts coming in back post. It was, I thought Clara again was brilliant. I just think that there's got to be something changing away from home. It's either got to be formation. It's got to be the way that they that we play. It's got to be down the middle. I'm not quite sure what it's got to be. But then you then look at Saturday, and it's like a totally different team.
Yeah.
And so Tuesday we looked like we never played with each other. Then Saturday it all clicks together, and it's like, how can this happen?
Yeah.
And I mean, Saturday, Damari Gray was outstanding, and I think he's hit form at the right time.
Yep.
I do think Paik and Stano weren't great Saturday either. I don't know whether they need a rest. I don't know whether it's 3 games in a week. I'm not quite sure. But again, it's a draw. People are disappointed. We could have won that game. We huffed and we puffed again. But I just think the QPR game this week, I still can't believe how bad it was. And the thing is that when you go to home games, you're kind of hoping and expecting a win, or at least minimum a draw. When you go away, you're like, oh, I love a draw.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. I think
so. We do need to change it, and I don't know. Well, ask the viewers, what would you do? Is it formation? Is it personnel? Do you think we need to go 3-5-2? Is it having 3 in the middle? Is it having 2 up top? I'm not quite sure, but something's got to change away from home.
Yeah, I don't think we're blessed with that many options outside of our strongest 11 to come in and improve the team, in my opinion. I do think that we do need to strengthen in January, and I believe Chris Davies has already come out and said that they are looking to do that and improve us in certain areas. But for me, if I was the manager, if I was a manager, full stop, I don't get because Tommy Doyle, every time he plays for me, he's the best player on the pitch, more or less, Damari Gray as well. But if he's not quite right, or, he needs to have a rest at some point, why not do it the opposite way to how we did it? Start the game, with him, and then take him off maybe after an hour, or even at half time if he can't do a whole half. Then take him off half time, rather than waiting and then bringing him on, in the second half. Bring him up, just do it in reverse, because then you can start with your best team, and you can finish the game with the players coming on to replace them. But that's how I would look at it personally. Then you've got more chance of winning the game, then, haven't you, by having your best players on the pitch? Surely, the sooner your best team are out there, the better, isn't it, Craig?
It is, but I come back to something I think I've said before, which is we've got these fringe players that they're not starting the games for Chris Davies. They'll start the games, for example, in a League Cup or a game where we haven't got anything to play for. Those players now are the ones that should be stepping up and saying, Gaffer, you've got to start me. So they should be showing something on the training ground, but also when they do get their time on the pitch to say, I'm starting the next game.
Yeah.
And, to go back on your point, we're not seeing that from our team at all. What we're seeing is a bunch of players coming onto the pitch that are, well, sometimes appear to be half soaked. Now, I might be trying and it just isn't working for them, but we don't seem to have that pressure. We don't seem to have that oomph about them when they do start. I agree with Claire. Dykes, to me, is the type of player away from home that you want to have on the field, because he's not afraid to put himself about. He does hold up the ball well. Duxy's knocking him on, and he'll get into space, or he creates space with what he does. Whereas Dykes is that person that's just going to flick it on, and then you need somebody running in behind. So typical of what we're seeing with Damari Gray at the moment, he's creating opportunities, but he's also pouncing on a few things. QPR, let's be honest, we didn't even deserve to equalise. We were ridiculously poor.
Yeah.
Everybody was celebrating as though we'd won the league when that equaliser went in. And it was because it was almost a get out of jail free card. You know, and that's the way it felt.
Yeah.
On Saturday, I couldn't get over the difference in two halves of a game. The first half, we were unbeatable. We were a team that were on top. We were applying the pressure. We did everything that put us out there, and we created opportunities. The second half, we didn't bloody turn up until the last 5 minutes, by which point it was too late.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is the frustrating thing. The consistency of the team is non-existent. And if only we could, do you know what I mean? If only we could bring players off the bench that are going to turn out and go, yeah, okay, I'm sitting there, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to come on. I'm going to put my foot in. I'm going to, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to prove that next game I'm going to start. I just haven't seen it, and it's really frustrating because I don't doubt the caliber of player. What I guess as a fan you don't see at the moment is necessarily that same commitment as what that first 11 are giving you.
Craig, do you think it's because I don't want to use the word favourite? Do you think it's because he likes certain people in the team, and even if they're not playing well, he will stick with them?
Yeah, no, I definitely, I know where you're coming from on that as well, because I've got to be honest, I think one of those players that appears to be a favourite, shall we say, to me needs a rest. And, you also, as a manager, a coach, whatever I want to call them nowadays, it's similar to a comment that Pep Guardiola came out with, which is, you know what? Sometimes you've got to be bloody harsh, and you've just got to pick the team that's going to win you the game. Serena Wiegman said it in an interview about the Lionesses, and how she picks a squad and a team based on the opposition and the team that's going to go and win, not just the game, but can win the competition itself. And I haven't yet seen that from Davies. I don't know whether he does it outside, but I would like to see him sometimes just, whopping about. Do you know what? If he drops a bollock, he drops one. But at the end of the day, as long as he learns from it, we don't care. But at the moment, it is almost scared to drop players, and
He drops the wrong ones.
Drops the wrong ones, yeah. And I mean, again, put it out to the listeners, if there was one player or a series of players that you think at the moment either haven't turned out or need to have a rest, who would they be? Because I think it'd just be interesting.
I think for me at QPR away, I want to shout out Jack Robinson. I thought he was our best player at QPR.
100%, 100%. I mean, he blocked and everything. Fair play to him, because he stood up.
Yeah, and I've said on here more than once that he's probably had the worst start to a Blues career more than any other player, which he has in his first sort of 4 games. But he had a good game at QPR, so credit where it's due. But for me, with the recruitment, we've recruited technical players well, the likes of Doyle, Roberts, Damari Gray. We've got a lot of good flair and ability on the ball in the team, but you've got to have somebody who's nasty off the ball. Yeah. And that's what we're missing for me. We're missing a Martin O'Connor, somebody who just gets
Barry Ferguson.
Yeah, Barry Ferguson, Martin O'Connor, Mark Ward, Paul Tate. These sort of players are the players that you need in the team, and we just don't have one. And when we haven't got the ball, we're far too easy to break down and score against every road, and this is why.
Yeah.
And we're struggling away.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, Paul. I mean, to be honest, going back to the QPR game, I mean, like we've all said, that was the worst display of the season. I mean, Coventry was bad, but we sort of expected it was a tough game. But a beatable team like QPR, to be second class all night like that was terrible. Goalkeeping was awful. I'm glad Allsop came back on Saturday.
I had to laugh though. Sorry to interrupt. I had to laugh because we were all delighted that Allsop was back in, and then his first kick, literally after 5 seconds, just straight into the main stand. And
he's been rusty. He hasn't played for a while.
Yeah, he hasn't had a chance to practice. That's what it was.
I just thought it was amusing. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's almost like when we go away, there's like this preoccupation that we shouldn't let the first goal in or be curtains. Yet at home, handbrakes are off, and it's like we've all said, it's a completely different team. Yes, we've mentioned on our group chat about favourites. There are one or two who are favourites, and we need to, like I say, we need to be high. We need to start dropping some of the bigger names. I think Stano looks knackered. He looks like his battery's on 5%. Takes another one. I'd seriously consider Leonard, and I'd even think about Kyogo starting. You know, because he's getting 10 minutes here and there, and give him a solid start. I'm not, it's a squad game at the end of the day. We can't keep picking favourites.
No, but when you assess each player though, and you compare them, the players that you're leaving out to who you're bringing into the team, leaving say Stansfield out for Dykes or Stansfield out for Kyogo, from what we've seen of these players, miles better than both of them probably put together, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean on paper, and obviously they are better players, but there comes a point where you have got to. I mean, we've got a tough run of games now, haven't we, for Christmas? We've got some tough condensed games in a short period of time.
We have, but they're all winnable. And do you know what? I hate to say this, Road, but there's quite a few people agreeing with you.
Must be
There's boxers said, I know. They're all saying, Road right. Didn't use those words. Quite a few expletives, actually. But Des Fox has said Stano, Pake need a rest.
They do.
He's also said
batteries are so low. They do need a break. Like I say, it's just baffling why they're not being rested, and why we've got this mentality away from home. It's just absolutely bizarre.
And Kim Upton said we're too predictable, and I tell you what,
we are
totally and utterly agree, because when you take QPR as a really good example, their team was set out completely nullify the way that we play when we're at home, because they knew we were going to start exactly that same way. And we said a few weeks ago we needed a plan B, and that plan B was something we needed when we was playing at home. What we actually need is we need an away plan, and we need a home plan, because teams can pick you out and understand exactly what's going to happen. And unfortunately, we are being caught out because of those things. I'm not saying we can't get around it at all. I think our home form carries us forwards. And I saw a stat the other day. I think it was playoffs last year. Bristol only won 3 games away from home and still managed to reach the playoffs because of their home form.
Yeah.
So, and this league is so incredibly open that you can't call it. The big but is it's also that close at the bottom. And you never, ever, ever will rule that out.
The problem is that at some point the home form might dip.
Yeah.
And then that is the worrying. So to me, is it 5 points off the playoffs or something? But then you're so many points off the bottom. Normally there's somebody that from the bottom starts a surge forward from around Christmas time and up. The problem is I think we seem to have a few good games, and then we seem to have like 5 where we kind of stutter or we kind of go down. Then we go, the Christmas time is always our time that last year is because we gave them Christmas Day off. And it's from Shrewsbury that we had our momentum.
Yeah.
Championship, I'd love to know how many games around Christmas time and in December we've won, because I can't remember many.
No.
And the teams that we've got coming up, Sheffield United, I know they had a blip against the Baggies, but they're up and coming. Derby aren't going to be a rollover. Southampton, I mean, they're probably one of the best teams I've seen us play. Watford are going to be decent at home.
Soon as well.
We've got Cov then. Like it's a build-up of teams, and the thing is, yes, we've got a good home form at the moment, but if that dips, it's a worry.
I think we need to just travel with the same mentality as what we do when we play at home. At the end of the day,
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
The goals are the same size. The pitch is more or less the same size. Let's just go out there and start a game away from start a game at home.
I'd love to see us playing away from home the way that Charlton played against us.
Not in the first half, though. We were all over him in the first half, weren't we? We just that second goal. That was what it was. We just couldn't get it. It was unlucky. Right in the
second half of the game. The way they played.
The subs. The subs
exactly what we're asking. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, Charlton subs made a difference to them. and they kind of brought us. To be honest, they brought us down to their level. I felt as well.
Well, when they're cheating and you've got it, my brother's texting me because he's in the Gil Merrick stand, and him and my dad both heard the coach going, "Go down."
Yeah,
and like that's why the Gil Merrick went ballistic.
Yeah,
and I'm not being funny, but that is outrageous, and I know that it happened, but to be so obvious about it is just like ridiculous. And but again, it's the dark arts of the game. They were going down all the time. They were doing little niggly challenges. They were, you know, the goalkeeper kept going down. And I think away from home, we need to start getting some of those. Obviously, I wouldn't want to be like that, but sometimes that you have to. So, you know, when they're on the attack, the goalkeeper just goes down. Oh, my head. Oh, my leg.
Yeah.
You know, everyone else does it against us, especially away.
Yeah. No, I think that their manager's kind of wired up like that, isn't he? He's a little irritating.
He's a bit of a
irritating so-and-so, isn't he? He's the kind of manager that you love if he's yours, but you can't stand him if he's not, sort of thing. He's that sort of person, isn't he?
He's that type of person, though, that going back on your point, Paul, he's that type of person that you'd also want on the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is the mega riler. You know, he's the person.
Just like Robbie Savage, wasn't he? Robbie Savage type, isn't he?
But Robbie Savage would be perfect in our midfield now. You know, that sort of player. I mean, even like a Cliftonbald, just a rattler. We need a rattler in there who's going to roll the sleeves up and get stuck into the opposition, because there's just not enough physicality in the team for me.
Do you know what we noticed as well, Paul, thinking about physicality? I think I messaged you guys when they lined up against the QPR side, the height of the QPR team, it was like men against boys. And I love how fit we are. It's great. We can last game after game. We'll keep going. But there isn't anyone who's a bit chunky, who's got, you know, like a Duke or, you know, you look at their number 11, he was big. He was massive height and width, and, you know, he could hold a ball up. We haven't got anyone like that. We're very slight. And you're thinking, you know, even just to roll some of the players or just to give them a bit of physicality, we haven't got that. Like, you know, Barry Ferguson used to basically push his chest out and go, come on then, right, I'm going to kind of make myself bigger. But ours are they're really like skinny, which is great for like wingers and everything. But even if you look at like Haaland or, you know, even some of the Premier League players, they've still got some who are big.
You need
6'4", Like I think Arsenal went through, didn't they? That they couldn't have anyone under 6 foot for ages or something.
Yeah.
And then we've got Kyogo, who's about my height, and Roberts and everyone else. And it just doesn't. It just makes you question the transfers that we've done, and some of them just haven't worked.
I mean, like I said, we've recruited well for technicality and flair and ability on the ball, but we just needed to look at ability off the ball as well and the strength in the team. And I've said it 3 times now, I'm not going to say it again, but we do need that in the team. You know, no, sorry, Craig. No team's ever been successful without that, have they? You know, you look at Liverpool last season, champions. You know, they've got Gravenberch in front of the defence who gets stuck in, and McAllister and players like that. And going back to Blues, obviously, when we've done stuff in the past, promotion winning team 2002. You know, you've got Tebley in there, you've got Horse. But in midfield, in particular, most games are won and lost in midfield. And that's what you've got to have in there. And then again, when we got promoted under McLeish, you know, we had the likes of Bowyer in there, didn't we, and players like that. So what you need somebody to come in and do that for us. You know, somebody like, dare I say, I've not been his biggest fan over the years, but I do think he'd be perfect for us if he was to step down. He's gone to Brentford now, and he's good for them. But Henderson, someone like Henderson, came to us, would be perfect. But in goal, my ultimate dream to sign in goal in January would be James Trafford, whether we could even get him on loan from Man City, because he can't get in anymore.
It'd be a great signing.
Would he come to us for the second half of the season just to get some games going again, just to try and get in the World Cup squad? I know obviously they don't get as much attention in the Championship, but he's better than not playing at all, isn't it, if nobody in the Premier League wants him?
Well, even to be honest, Paul, would you even say that we need a bit of experience across the park? I mean, would you get someone like Oxlade-Chamberlain?
Yeah.
Just having the squad?
If he was fit, I just don't know if he's fit.
If it's like pay as you play or something like that.
But again, he's another ball-playing player, though. You want somebody who's good without the ball. Again, you know, So that's what I
Yeah.
think. I can't think.
You want a grafter. You got to have somebody. I mean, I think Kim Upton's mentioned one player who, God, you know, there were times when I think we'd never say that we miss this person, but I think we do now, and that's Bielik.
Yeah.
You know, that player that's versatile, can give you that little bit in defence when needed, but also can knock a ball well across midfield. And I think we have missed him. And I'll tell you what, he played so well against Sheffield United.
Yeah,
that
really
you can
settled
see
down
what he
now,
can
you know,
bring. Yeah,
Was he centre half for the Baggies or in midfield?
Yeah, centre half.
centre half.
I didn't watch it, but even when Eustace was there and we were 7th in the league when he got sacked for Rooney, he was playing really well in midfield, wasn't he? As a 6. I mean, Sunic as well, players like that in recent years, you know, someone who can come in and get stuck in, because he did that as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
So,
Ray BCFC Orton has said we should sign Bellingham.
maybe Job. I wouldn't mind Job. Mind you, Job's not the sort of player I'm talking about, but I wouldn't mind him behind Stano in the 10. Or even Jordan James as well. Seems
I think Willem's going to make an impact.
Yeah.
I think he's a natural number 10. Yeah. I don't know whether even away from home you just have Stano right up top and you play the duck in behind. Maybe switch it around a little bit. We need a big centre forward because I think Dykes will go. I think he'll want more game time for the World Cup.
Yeah,
I'd send Kumas back and Cash him back. Create 2, you know, loans, which I think we could get other people, and I just don't think they're getting the game time that they need.
Yeah, sorry, Claire, I was reading that. Who did you say you'd send back? Sorry, Kumas
and Cashin.
Yeah, those 2.
I think we need another centre half. We need a left back. I'd like to see Fujimoto. I mean, don't know whether anyone else has seen the Coventry fan wanting him. There's been, you know, people saying from Coventry that they should go in and get him. I mean, his pedigree's all right. Like, he played in the Portuguese league, and he's all right. So there's got to be something that's going on for him not to play. I mean, I know he's not, you know, 6'5" or whatever, but he might be able to unlock a door or do something different.
Yeah. I had a quick chat with Lee Buchanan last week because I was at the training ground, and he should be back in about 3 weeks, he said. So that's good news. So hopefully, you know, we'll have another left back there. And it'd be great to see him back out there, won't it, after the horrible injury he got?
Yeah.
I think we'll see a left back coming in the window. I think that's probably number 1 priority for him, because him coming back is great, but he's been out of football for that long that he's not going to be a starter, you know. And I think that's what we need. But I also think we need to be looking at these fringe players that not necessarily getting the amount of game time that they need in the Premier League or abroad, that are looking to make sure that they're securing World Cup spots, because you're going to get the best out of these players. You know, they're fighting for a spot in their squads. There's more teams than ever going to the World Cup, and I just think it's a perfect opportunity in this window to definitely, for me, send back 2 loans.
Yeah,
bring in 2 others that are going to be fringe players, and maybe even, you know, let's free up some more space. If we've got at the moment, you know, you look at the players that we've got on loan, and I look at you know, we've been talking about them in midfield, right? But why are we not going to the Wolves and making an offer?
Probably are, aren't we? We probably are.
To make it permanent, because we make his move permanent, and then all of a sudden we've got another loan space free. You know, Beadle is out until January. So actually, is that his last game for the club? Do we see another goalkeeper coming in? Do we see a change? But then also what we don't know is, are we tied to these players for a season? Or, you know, have we got opportunities ourselves to cancel those loans and send them back? Because, yeah, I just question sometimes how we've gone about it and what our signings have actually done for this season. Few people have mentioned it on the board. Can't really name many that have gone over a, you know, 7.5, 8 out of 10 on a consistent basis in the team that have joined us this season.
Not really.
I think Tommy Doyle definitely can, and I think Damari Gray now as well can. And Patrick Roberts for me as well is a quality player.
Yeah, I'd go and see if we can buy him.
Yeah.
Well, hasn't he got? Is it him that's only got something like 6 months left on his contract?
Yeah.
So I'm not being funny, but a cheeky offer to them at the moment. It's pennies to them. That is.
Yeah. Very good player on the right. He is, and I think Neumann as well hasn't done too bad for us. You know, I like him as well with Clara at the back. So we have got the foundations there. You know, and especially on the two wingers for me, the top two quality, to be honest. And Stano on formies as well, but it's somebody in and amongst them. I thought Dutch was, you know, really good at the start when he first came in the team, and then he's just sort of filtered away a little bit, hasn't he, in recent games?
He's been found out.
Yeah, but there's no reason why he can't still make an impact again, though. But we just need him to hurry up and do it, because obviously it's costing us points at the moment, isn't it? For many different reasons.
I think sorry, Paul, I was going to say the biggest disappointment for me, I know we've mentioned him before, is Kumas, because I thought, you know, his pedigree, and I thought he'd just be like a spark, but it's not at all, is it? It's very average, not much better than Scott Wright, to be honest.
No, and I thought Colton's goal as well on Saturday was disappointing, wasn't it, from our point of view?
I thought Clara was partly at fault for that.
Well, he got nutmegged, didn't he, at the end of the day? Not very often you're going to say that, but he did. Obviously he scored the goal, which was a great header as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, but yeah, even after that though, you know, I thought we could have even closed the guy down and stopped the cross from coming in.
Yeah, it was a poor goal.
Yeah, it was just a poor goal overall, wasn't it?
It did feel like a loss in the end, because we should have been 4 up at half time, and you know, I know it's a point game, but you know, it did feel like a loss.
Yeah, we were unlucky. You know, we didn't. I don't recall us having many actual sitters. You know,
no.
Goalkeeper didn't have to do much. To be honest, he made a good save from Damari Grace for a kick, didn't he? Which, you know, tipped that as well. But apart from that, I don't remember him making that many saves. I mean, we hit the post, we hit the crossbar, you know, we hit the woodwork a few times. But the goalkeeper himself didn't actually have that much to do, did he, in the game? I didn't think.
So, no, I don't think so.
Neither of them did, really. I mean, that's the other thing. That's what's really frustrating is Allsop didn't have a lot to do. You know, you could tell it was that second half. They may have got forward at us a little bit more, but actually, there still wasn't much for the goalkeeper to do. Lumping those ball forwards, all of those people are clearing the ball. You know, you could rely on Clara and you can rely on Newman to get that ball out. If anything's coming through at their height, it's not clearing them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like you say, Browne was done on the floor. And I tell you what, if there was one guy that had gone back in the dressing room that would have been absolutely racked off with himself, despite scoring the goal, it would have been him. He'd have been disappointed.
Yeah.
But that's also something that we've got to take away. You sometimes have to play on people's disappointment, and the next game go, I'm not having that happen again. You know, that's not going to happen to us. And again, that is something we don't see, especially away from home. We don't see.
No.
Let's face it. Go to the bookies, have a look on Saturday, and see the odds on who's going to score the first goal. We odds on for Sheffield.
Every time we put a bet on, if it's at home, we can win about £5. If it's away, you triple your money.
Right? Yeah.
Because it's, you know, unfortunately, you know. And I know that the away fans, I know that we you know, it's up to us if we want to go and all of this, but it does get a bit tiring. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's worse than a long drive home after you've lost.
No, do you know what though? It's the performance. So if you go, actually, do you know what? We gave them a game. We battered the goalkeeper. We were all over them. The goalkeepers had a worldie. You know, it was an end-to-end game, entertaining. You would go, yeah, okay. Don't like losing. We're still a loss, but okay. But when you do that, and it's, you know, especially the 95th minute, and you're trying to get out of London, and you're just like, ugh.
Yeah. I think obviously nothing. It's nice as well though when you actually play badly and win, isn't it? You know, when you're not the best.
But do you know what though? That's what I'd rather do. Hit off someone's backside, or you know, at least have a game.
Yeah. It's just all about getting that 3 points by hook or crook, isn't it? However you got to do it, you got to do it. So let's just wait and see. You know, there's plenty of games to go, plenty of time to go. We are approaching the business end of the season now, aren't we? After Christmas, you know, and hopefully when we get into January, then we can stay sort of, you know, within 4 or 5 points, no more than 5 points away from the playoffs, and we can put a push from January into May.
And if
The
we,
other
to
thing
be
to
honest,
factor in is we talk about the away form, but actually, we've played, is it 8 out of the top 10 away from home already? So, you know, you could turn around and say, we've got them out of the way.
Yeah.
And then you know what's going to come when you're playing them back at home. I think our away games in the second half of the season on paper are easier. So therefore, you've got to look at that as being a positive. Paul has said, to be fair, we ain't far away. We just need consistency. A creative midfielder would be great, and a goal scorer. And you know, actually, you look at the team and you can't argue with that, because that's where that's kind of where we are.
Yeah.
He's also said Charlton defended well. Those guys got a lot of blocks in, and they did. They put themselves in front of everything.
They died for that point. You know, they gave everything.
Yeah, completely. Part of that for me comes with the fear factor of the manager, though. You know, let's face it, you wouldn't mess with him, would you?
No, well, they were the perfect reflection of him in the dugout, weren't they?
Yeah.
You know, their antics and what they were getting up to, you know, was laughable, to be honest. Really, that we only got, what was it? 8 minutes, 6 minutes at the end, 7 minutes. Sorry.
That's just
I thought we were expecting at least 9.
Yeah.
The guy in the middle was a joke. I know we talk an awful lot about the standard of officiating, but he was a clown. The time wasting, like you say, that first half where their player was off the pitch and all of a sudden the goalkeeper's sitting down, and as Claire said, you're shouting out, go down, go down. Everybody in the ground saw it. You know, bar the man in the middle, and he booked our player for arguing.
The guy, I was right in front of him, and the guy stamped it. He actually did a little stamp on Allsop. Next thing you know, Allsop's getting a yellow card on the ground. Like,
it was the same one as the Ipswich game, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I know it was.
Just coming back onto Stano for a minute. Do we think his best position is a 9, an out centre forward?
I'm beginning to think it.
I think it's difficult. I think it depends who we play and who's in the 10 behind. I think if you've got someone creative in the 10, he could make the runs for number 9. But I do like him in the 10. I think especially when he picks up that bit of space in the centre circle and then runs with it. That's the best part of his game. I think because we don't rotate a lot, I think when it's a 3-game week, you can tell because his games are so high tempo. He goes and closes everybody down. The fact is, he hasn't done that in the last few games because I think he's just exhausted. And the best thing about this week is that we've actually got a week to kind of recover and step it up. So I think Stano is good in the 10, depending on who, like, especially at home. I think at home, yes.
You've got to play with the 10 at home.
Yeah, I think away you probably might change it, but you need a decent number 10 to help him if he's going to be a 9.
Let's forget one other thing as well. He hasn't had the break that some of these other players have had. He played throughout the summer, don't forget, in the Euros. So, you know, we're talking about a player that's done a whole season last year, being phenomenal, then gone to the under-21s with England, gone through the whole of that tournament, come back and probably only had a couple of weeks rest before he then goes into a full-on championship season, which I know people will say, there's less games, you're not as involved. It's not about the games; it's about the standard of the game that's on the pitch, and he has to work harder now than he has ever done before. So I just think, you know, I don't want to say we drop him, but I do believe he needs a break, and I'd give him that break. I potentially swap it up for Saturday because I think we'll need him more than ever over Christmas.
Yeah, we've got a week's rest.
We've
got a week's rest now, though. I mean, when I'm sat there watching the game, you know, a lot of times, Stansfield is the man who looks like he's in the 9 because Dux drops back and he carries on. You know, but I just think that slight tweak to the team, putting Dux in the 10, Stansfield as the 9, you know, because a couple of times the ball's gone over the top and Dux tries to run onto it. Obviously, he's not blessed with pace. So he's been just thwarted by their defender on a few occasions on Saturday, even when the ball's gone through. And I'm thinking, well, if that was Stano running onto that as a 9, I think we'd be more of a threat personally. And then you've got Dux dropping deeper to win flick-ons and, you know, hold it up a little bit and get him in behind. You know, I'm not saying that Stano's no good in the 10. He's been very good in the 10. But I think possibly he could be even better in the 9, and Dux might be even better as a 10 than a 9, if that makes sense.
I mean, this might be just me, but I like Dux playing football rather than actually going for all the headers. I think he is much better with the ball at his feet than people give him credit for.
No, he is, but Stano's not a winning a flick-on sort of player either, is he? You know,
that's why I think it'd be interesting to see the likes. I mean, come on, when Dykes comes onto the field, what's the first thing you see him doing? He's going up for the headers and he's winning flick-ons, but at the point he's winning flick-ons, take exactly as an example, one of the first things he did was win the ball, and then all of a sudden, Stano's that knackered, he can't get to it, and then ends up going off afterwards. Yeah. So it's that's the, I suppose, that is our only downfall at the moment. Is Charlton were blessed with pace off the bench, pace and brawn. We didn't have that. We just had, you know, Kyogo getting 9 minutes is not enough. Right. Anybody that comes on the pitch, it takes 5 minutes as a minimum to get into the game. So he's just not getting the opportunities.
He's just not strong enough, is he? Unfortunately, he just doesn't look strong enough out there. That's my first criticism. I mean, I like his runs, I like the way he moves. His movement's excellent, but it's just the strength for him, isn't it? He's really struggling at this level.
He looks, to be honest, Paul. Sorry, Paul. He looks a man who's got no confidence at all. I mean, a goal would take, you know, I think we've said that. We've said that last few weeks, haven't we?
There's only one way to find out, no? We've got to
but the problem is how just being deviled advocate here. How long are you going to give him? Because if this was Lyndon Dykes, Gary O'Connor, Brock Madsen, I don't know, I'm rolling them off the tongue here, that have not scored in 18 games as a striker, and you've had about 10 clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunities, how long would you give them? Because I know that if it was Lyndon Dykes,
not 90 minutes,
he would have been absolutely crucified by now. I don't know what it is about Kyogo that everyone seems to love him at the moment. Yeah. But I just think if it was anybody else, he would have been absolutely slaughtered. And I do think he needs more game time to get it. And I definitely would start him against Cambridge. That's got to be in the back.
There's got to be a certainty in it.
But I do think that Davies has got a bit of a problem, because if you start him and he doesn't score, how long do you give him? So do you start him for 2 or 3 or 4 games, but then your striker's not scoring? Then you're leading into 20-odd games. And everyone keeps saying, when he scores, he'll score loads. But he hasn't scored yet. He scored 1, hasn't he? And that was in the cup.
In the cup, the tapping, yeah.
So we need, I would love him to score, and I'd love him to score at home, because I think everyone would just go wild. It'll be like a jokey thing again. Yeah. But how long are we going to give him? Because if it was anybody else, I don't think as Blues fans we would give him as long.
No,
I just start him on Saturday and see what happens. And he's got lovely hair.
Oh yeah.
He just wants to be made. That's what it is. The blonde.
It's the blonde locks. It's, you know, I just on the Kyogo side of it as well. It's interesting you say that, Claire. How long do you give him and stuff like that? Because I think it's right. Because, you know, I think back over all of the strikers that we've had over many a time, we've had some that haven't scored, couldn't hit a barn door at some of them. But then when they did score, they did go on then mini runs, and I do wonder whether that is what he needs at this present moment. He's just that. It does come down to confidence. He is trying too hard. He's coming on the pitch and he's putting that much pressure on himself.
He looks yeah.
He looks jaded. You know, if he goes on a run and then he misses it, his head drops, and it's like we need something that's going to be a pick me up. And I think the fans are trying. That's where I think the fans have latched onto him. He's a trier. If he wasn't doing that consistently and trying consistently, they would have turned and they would be questioning it. But the difference is he's coming on, or he's having a go. He's just not getting the look of the draw. But Like I say, there's only one way we can find out. And
I
that's
really
what-
hope,
that's
do you know
what's
what? I really hope he comes on and he scores 2 or 3.
Yeah, as a blinder.
You know, but I
Yeah.
think there are certain doubters. I mean, I'm on the fence at the moment, but I think I definitely rate his work. You know, he works hard. He runs after the ball. He'll put a challenge in. He doesn't, you know, he doesn't not try. He's never not in those situations. And also the amount of runs he makes. It's a shame that nobody is trying that through ball. Instead, we're going wide to then go back in again.
Yeah.
But I do think, you know, there's got to be a point. If he doesn't do it over Christmas, when are we going to say, come on?
Well, he'd go the same way as Turkey, wouldn't he?
What? Be eaten? What you want about?
No.
Cooked in an oven. What are we going on about, right?
The frustrating thing is he's shown us he can finish against Ipswich and Wrexham away, but he was bloody offside on both occasions. Well, no, he wasn't offside against Ipswich. It was a foul, but it was never a foul. So,
yeah, that was a goal that should have stood. And I think, you know what, that probably knocked him more than we realised.
Yeah. I think, you know, like we say, I'd love him to score. He's probably started out, we say 18 games, but how many of them has he started? Probably about 5 or 6.
Yeah.
You know,
They're just 5-minute appearances, aren't they? Like a few minutes here and there.
But
So
the one at Southampton is the glaring miss.
Oh, yeah. He should have buried that.
When he was put through by Williamson against Oxford, I think it was as well. He should have done a lot better than that.
Yeah.
You know, but I hope it comes for him, you know, because he's cost us a lot of money at the end of the day. You know, we've wasted a lot of money if it doesn't come good. So hopefully it will for him. And you can tell how much he wants it to work, can't you? By his body language out there, he really does try.
He does. He cares. Yeah.
So, you know, like you say, Claire, I do think the roof will go off if he gets his first goal at St Andrews.
Is it because he's a trier? Is that my Blues fan?
Yeah.
It probably is. It's the old mentality, and we see him trying, and you just sort of get, you know, everyone gets behind him.
It's his body language. Body language out there is very good. He looks like he wants to wear our shirt and give his all, which is great. We always have for that as a minimum, don't we?
Yeah, and he's always looking for the ball. I know he don't shrink into the corner. He's always, you know, looking to get the ball.
Yeah.
But and it's strange because his record in Scotland, I know, you know, Scottish football, but his Celtic record was superb. So I don't get it.
Yeah, he just struggles a little bit with some of the defenders at this level in this league. You know, the big, strong centre halves. You're pumping, and probably doesn't help him that we're pumping our balls up to him as well. Sometimes, you know, you've got to play. He's a technical player. He needs the ball to feet. He doesn't want it, you know, 6 foot in the air when he's only 5'2". So hopefully it comes good for him anyway. Find a way to play that suits him and get him going, get him off and running with his goals. Because, like you said, once he gets one, I wouldn't be surprised if they like buses if he does start to get a start and running the team.
Yeah.
Can I just say though, I've got to admit, and I've been someone who I've been on his back a little bit. It's Damari Gray. I generally think out of everybody, I think he has really stepped up.
Definitely.
Especially at home. I think the goals he's scoring, I think the assists that he's starting to get and everything else. I think we're starting to get the best from him. I think he's taken time to adapt. But just on a positive note, I know I've been someone that's been like, I want to see more, and I do still want to see more, but I do think that he's getting better and better each game.
I think you're
right. To be honest, Claire, I think. Sorry, I was just going to say, I think you can tell he's happy and he's enjoying his football. He's happy at his home, and it's starting to come through now.
But I know when you were saying that, Claire, I know where you were coming from, because we all know that he can do it and he's got that ability, and he's definitely still a Premier League level player.
Yeah.
He could easily play for a West Ham or, you know, somebody like that, no problem. You know, so we were quite, you know, we were quite lucky that he chose. Well, not lucky because we are his club at the end of the day, but, you know, I'm glad that he chose us, and fair play to him for doing that and coming home to try and, you know, help us get promoted. But yeah, hopefully at the end of the season, you know, we'll be looking back at the start of this season as a transition rather than a disappointment, if you know what I mean. And then the second half of the season can be a lot better, especially the away form. Okay, we got any good questions coming in, Chris, or comments?
Do we know when Ethan Laird is back?
Right.
End of Jan,
end
beginning
of February, start of Feb. Yeah.
So he was in the gym, you know, doing a bit of personal training in the gym and whatever, and, you know, he's fit enough to be in the gym, which is good. He's not, you know, he's not unable to train in the gym, so I can confirm that, but I don't know when he'll be back at home.
Hopefully as quickly as possible.
Well, we need him, don't we? Especially with the Sai Samuel going to AFCON as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's going away, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. All the best to him as well. Hope he does well. And hopefully he can come back something like the player we had at the start of the season. Because for me, it looked a bit. He was struggling when he at QPR, Claire.
Who? I saw Samuel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would play him as a winger.
Yeah.
And I would probably choose Samstead away from home. I think he's just a bit more solid.
Yeah. Could we maybe put Roberts then in the 10 or Damari?
Generally, I do think that could be an option going forward.
Yeah.
In Roberts in the 10. If we got another winger in, Roberts in the 10 would be, different gravy, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah, it's a good shout. Even if we tried it for one game to see how it went for now.
I think he would be able to unlock a door.
Because you could put Keshi down the right, couldn't you? Or Damari down the right and Keshi on the left.
Yeah.
Or obviously Sai Samuel when he's available as well as a winger, as you say. Okay, so Craig, good win for the women yesterday in the FA Cup.
Fantastic, 6-0 home win, which, in all honesty, people would have said it as soon as the draw took place, it should be a high-scoring game. But I think the key was the professionalism of the ladies. They came out and they showed exactly what they could do in comparison to the week before when they just rolled over and said, come and tickle our tummies at Crystal Palace. It was nice to see, the players getting the credit that they deserved for a fantastic game. And the draw has taken place this evening. So we have got an away draw against Hull City in the next round. So hopefully that's another opportunity for us to continue progressing. But what's key is seeing that bounce back. We had to see it. We had to see the performance coming out from them, because if you hadn't, you would have been fearing going into this weekend's game against Durham, which is massive. We've got to stay within touching distance of Charlton at the top, and not just that. We have got Bristol City now sitting on equal points. They're only behind on goal difference, and the top two are promoted, but we don't want second spot. I've said it before. American mentality, silver medal makes you a loser. So we want to be top. We want to be taking the league, and we've got some huge games still to come. Momentum is very much with Charlton, and they are playing very well. But we've had opportunities in the past couple of weeks to close the gap, and we just haven't done it. So Amy and the team, I'm sure, will be turning out on Sunday. It's a 2:00 kickoff. It's the last game before Christmas. So if people can get themselves down to St Andrews, come and join us. It's £8 for an adult. It's only £3 or £5 for a kid. I'll put out the details fully. But it's a good afternoon out, and we just need to back the ladies that little bit more. And at the moment as well, I think the other thing is, perhaps there is also that added pressure on them, saying, everybody thought we were going to go and walk the league. Dare I say, very similar to the men's. If you look at last season, they were very, very similar in terms of the way that they are. And then it all come good in the end. And I think that will be the same this time around. So, come and support Amy and the ladies on Sunday against Durham, and let's hopefully take those 3 points before Christmas and keep us in the running for that first and second spot in the league. But yeah, great FA Cup results. Good to see a couple of players getting off the board as well with their first goals for the club. So long may that continue. And in fact, I've been discussing today getting an opportunity for either some of the existing players or maybe players of past to join us on the show to talk more about the ladies' game, but also the linkages towards the BCFC Foundation and actually the work that they're all doing together. And actually, we haven't given a shout out really, but Blue Nose Day on Saturday. What a great way to try and raise some funds. Congratulations to those who all won prizes in the raffle draw. But what a great thing to raise cash for.
Some good prizes, weren't there?
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. And you know, not for the first time, gotta say, not everything was about Blues, which I think drew more people towards joining the raffles and stuff. But you know, firstly, what a great cause! You know, let's get enough money to buy that van, get it kitted out, so that the foundation then can start providing to those people that are less well off than others, those that really struggle. The fact that the foundation will be able to provide food outlets at, you know, and in and around the club is also a great thing. And yeah, you know, if you haven't done so already, but you also want to support the foundation, you go onto their website, you can just give and you can just donate. So don't forget, if it's £1, it's £1. If it's a penny, it's a penny. It all goes towards a great cause. And please, if you haven't done so already but wish to do so, go and support the foundation by making some donations on their site. But well done to everybody that was involved with that.
Yeah,
On the subject of the
absolutely.
women's team as well, obviously one of the former women's legends is obviously Karen Carney, and just want to wish her all the best in the Strictly final as well.
yeah.
Not that I watch it, but I've heard
Of course
she
you
did.
don't.
She's absolutely brilliant.
She is phenomenal.
Oh, she is. Yeah, it's the only reason why I've even seen what Strictly's like, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I was at a sort of friend's party on Saturday night, and one of their daughters is big into it, and you know she was going mad for it. So yeah, that was how I found out. So just sort of wish Karen all the best in that.
And don't forget, for people that do not necessarily watch it, but if you do watch it on Saturday, it's all on the public vote. So ignore everything that people are saying that there's a out and out winner already. I don't think there is. You know, Liv watches it staunchly, and I actually I did watch that piece, and I've got to say, I think it is really, really close. So I get everybody to vote.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, Paul, going back to the FA Cup, they've announced our game against Cambridge is 5:45, haven't they? Does anyone know the reason for that?
One Discovery Plus.
Oh, is it?
Is it?
TV?
There's loads of games on Discovery Plus. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I can't wait to spend the afternoon in Cambridge and then go and watch football and come back. Sorted.
I bet you can't. Nice place.
It's lovely.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Place. Chris, sorry, coming back onto the shout boxes, mate. Any questions? Comments? So was you getting up? Was you getting up then?
He's just emptied his bucket.
No, I got to back. Stanner needs a rest. Play Dykes from the start for a few games. Iago needs to be loaned out. Chris Baker. How about Steve Bruce for the away games?
Why instead of Stano?
If our owners do have ambition, we need to look at recruitment, scouts, better coaches and players, or Blues will just languish in the Championship, never move on up.
Yeah, fair point.
A big gamble so far, big mistakes.
Yeah, so far. You can't disagree with that, can you?
So far. But needs that one bit of luck.
You know, with Kyogo, he's like we've said before, everyone loves him. It's not like he's a hate figure, or you know what I mean. Everyone likes him.
But Claire, you was reading off some players earlier. You saying like if that would have been him or him or him, then we would have got lambasted. And I'm going to put Scott Hogan in the mix for that as well.
Hogan,
yeah.
Scott Hogan's a good example of a player that wasn't scoring and couldn't hit that proverbial barn door. But actually, when he did score, he did go on a run, and then we dropped him.
And Donaldson as well. Clint Donaldson was the same. I remember Donaldson's first few games. He couldn't score, and he got one, and that was it.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. I really rated I rated Clayton Donaldson. I liked him. I thought he really.
Yeah, I liked him.
He run his what's-its off for us as a lone striker, didn't he?
And he had physicality.
Yeah.
Pace.
Look at that team, Claire. Look how it had. The physicality in that team is what we need now. Like, I'm not saying all over the pitch, but you know, we've got players now that are better in certain positions than what we had then. But if we could just put a Michael Cliftonville in that midfield now, or David Davis, or somebody like that, you know, it'd just give us that bit more steel in there.
If you've got heart, sometimes that would be flair.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Paul Collins has said Kaz has definitely improved in terms of dancing. Trust him, he's seen her up Broad Street back in the day.
After 15 points.
Yeah.
I do watch that sometimes. And I watch Kaz when she's dancing. I'm thinking, doesn't seem like that's her. You know what I mean? She's so elegant and that, like, but she's tomboy, yeah. You know what I mean? It don't seem right, but fantastic. Well done, Kaz.
Who's got it, thinking to themselves that maybe on Boxing Day we may see a certain Karen Carney on the pitch at half time. You can see it coming, can't you?
Oh God, yeah.
She's not going to do it.
The Strictly trophy.
And is she going to come on with her dance partner as well and do like the tango on the centre in the centre?
I just think about it. Actually, if Kaz Carney wins it, that's another trophy that can come to Birmingham. Still more than the other side of the city have done in 25
Yeah, we don't need to talk about them though, Craig. At the moment, we'll leave that.
Now we can still take the mic.
Okay, so did anyone bid for a pair of trainers?
I was going to, but I have got £184 to do it.
Yeah, I can afford the left.
And the prices, have you seen it? People are selling them for
Yeah.
They're going
They're
to
not,
go.
they're not even Velcro, are they?
I'm not even a fan of that though. I mean, I just think I'm all in favour of, if you can afford it, go out and spend the £180+ for a pair of trainers, right? And you might never wear them. They stay in the box and they're kept as a memento, which is what you'd expect most people to do.
Yeah.
But to then go and see, literally within minutes of the announcements of people that had won a pair of trainers, that they haven't even collected yet, and they're up for sale for £600 plus.
Crazy.
It's just mental. But also, people will pay it. That's
yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had one in my hand on Saturday. I bumped into Richie from Blue Rising. So look out for Blue Rising this Thursday. I've got a feeling I might be on there talking about the trainers and just having a chat with Richie in general for a few minutes. So that was a pleasure to meet him and have a chat with him. It's good. So
don't get me wrong. I'd love to have a pair. I'm not going to lie. I would love to have a pair.
They're a certain style, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'd like to have one, just keeping a box as a memento. Been down this path before. Haven't we?
Isaac Higgins has said, would anybody try and get Che Adams back in the window?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He knows where the goal is.
Is he doing much at the moment, though, at his club he's at? Because I don't really follow where he's at.
The Torino.
Yeah. Is he scored?
Yeah, I mean, he scored the other day. He scored the other day.
Right, okay.
But yeah, I'd have him back. I think he'd be silly not to turn, the quality player.
Yeah. Yeah, that's if he wanted to come back, then I'd welcome him. Yeah. If we can get the Che Adams that we had under Gary Monk, but obviously he had Juki with him then. No way goals without Juki next to him. So I'm not sure. I don't know if it'd work. I don't know. Let's see what happens. See how they go after in January.
I'm sure they've got, as they like to say, irons in the fire.
Yeah. Who would be your first realistic choice? I mean, James Trafford, my shout, is probably a bit unrealistic, isn't it? I'd love us to get him just on loan from January till the end of the season if we could, but probably unrealistic, isn't it? If he became available, you probably have Premier League clubs after him as well.
I would definitely go for a left back.
Left back, yeah.
And I think we need a tall striker.
Yeah.
I think we just need somebody that's got a bit of oomph about them. I mean, we've seen, there's two lads that we've seen at St Andrews this season who, I'd be looking at. The first one, striker from Chelsea, played for the England under-21s. He was a beast and he got himself involved with absolutely everything.
He plays for Hull, though, doesn't
he? He does, but I might say that who's bigger? Where would he get more of an opportunity to put himself in the window and stuff?
I know he's scoring for them, though, isn't he?
Yeah, we still tempt him. Money talks.
And
same for the Stoke striker. I liked him for the England under-21s. I thought he did really well, and I'd like to see just somebody like him down at St Andrews. It doesn't have to be them, just somebody like them.
Well, I hope we get someone. I agree with Paul, what you said. Maybe go for someone on the fringe of Premier League who needs some game time that could just give us that bit of spark. Like you know, when we got like Robinson at the end of the season and like Roberts, it was like, oh, great, but we didn't have that marquee. Is there something in the fire this time? Do you know what I mean? I want to be surprised and be like, oh, where did that one come from? So that's what
nice.
Yeah, we
like
can't
we say, especially with the World Cup coming up, you know, like, so there could be some surprise ones available. You know, looking for World Cup players. I'm just looking. I've actually funny. I've got the under 21 program here, and you're on about Mabama from Stoke, aren't you?
Yeah, I thought he was great.
And and the other lad was Jamie Gittens, I think.
Yeah.
He's at Chelsea, and I don't think we get him.
No, Chelsea winger Jamie Gittens continued his block. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just reading the program, ain't ready.
Yeah. I mean, don't forget, obviously, at this level, you've got more FFP, haven't you? You know, you've got the rules are a lot stricter than what they were in League One when we bought Stanner.
They are. But if you go for the youngsters,
it's
exactly the same role, isn't it? I think, you know, as long as they're provided with game time, I don't think the salaries are anywhere near in line with what you'd expect.
Get rid of some of the loans.
Yeah.
Get some more loans in. Make some of the loans permanent. You know, we've got high revenue, like they say, and all this.
Yeah.
You know, we're not drinking all this beer blues for no reason. Do you know what I mean? And going in the shop for no reason. You told us we'll be getting players. I know that we won't have a proper war chest and everything, and we're still within the FFP from before. But I'm sure there's something out there we can do.
Would be nice to have a marquee signing, wouldn't it? Again, if we could get, you know, like you say, Claire, where did that come from? You know.
Yeah.
So, you know, 15, 20 million pound signing again would be lovely.
There's some great names being put out there at the moment, but also some comments that I think is worth shouting out. I mean, Jason Hughes has said, Strictly Come Dancing, personalised trainers. The show has gone. Is also said. Now,
I said both. Sorry, Craig. I said both of them as well, didn't I?
Yeah. Ivan Toney.
Coming back to us. He was so good in the Premier League. He's making a killing out in Saudi.
Yeah, he's earning a fortune, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'd love him if he came.
Greaves said Josh Sargent.
That's not the first time I've heard his name either. I've heard a few people say him.
Yeah.
And then the others, really, there's quite a few that are agreeing with the possibility of Che Adams. And Fraser Higgins has said maybe we should look at League One or League Two for the next best player.
Yeah, it's a gamble, isn't it? But yeah, it could work. I mean, it's a shout. Troy Parrott, who was at Tottenham, he's abroad now somewhere, isn't he? And I think he's bagging a few goals in. I can't remember where he is, but he scored some big goals for the Republic of Ireland, and I don't think he's playing in. You know.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, Paul.
I don't think he's only 22, 23. He's young for the goalies. We might get him for 10 million upwards, possibly. So that could be a good signing if we got him.
I think what you're going to see, though, is you might see somebody for a couple of million, and then you're going to see a loan with a view to a permanent move. So we're basically going to say to people, come to us, show us what you can do, and if you pull it out of the bag, we'll sign you permanently. And that's where you can then latch into those youngsters, because let's face it, we're there or thereabouts. You never rule anything out. The playoffs is a lottery, as they say, but you know you can't rule out and still cannot call the league full stop. Even though it's like Christmas, you can normally have an idea, don't they? And yeah, cover up the top. But you know, are they going to stay around? We don't know. Second place, anybody's.
Yeah.
Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, anybody's. And that is the thing. It only takes, as Claire said, one team to go on a run, and all of a sudden you're climbing, and it's like, this is superb. You know, you're going to get a big opportunity to go through. Fraser Higgins has said he thinks Troy Parrott is in Holland playing for AZ.
That's right. Yeah, I'm just looking at him now. Yeah, he's scored.
That'd be a great signing.
Scored 22 goals in 40 games for them at that level. So yeah, we could possibly prize him away from there. and that'd be I think that'd be a good signing.
I've seen this really good German striker, actually. Well, I say German striker, he plays in the German league. His name's Ollie Burke. Apparently he scores absolute screamers. What's the thoughts on him?
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
At least 15 million quid, I know.
Right.
All you have to do as well, with any potential signing, just sit them down in a room and show them the video of the new ground and all the.
Well, just say 6-year contract, don't you?
A couple of shouts on YouTube. Sam Tickle.
Good shout.
Yeah.
Very good goalkeeper.
Wigan goalkeeper, and he played for under 21s as well, didn't he? When he was under 21.
Were we not linked to him at one point as well? I believe.
I think he was mentioned, wasn't he, in the past? Yeah. Dunn
from Barnsley, Keelan. David Dunn's son, apparently.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, if he's as good as his dad, then sign him up.
Talking of players that are as good as their dad, there is one. I still like him in midfield, and we'll talk about players that have got a bit of flair and can also score a goal.
I know what you're going to say.
Go on,
Charlie Savage.
Charlie Savage.
I thought you were going to say Frank Lampard.
I really do like Charlie Savage. I think he's got a little bit about him, and I think if he could bring that little bit of that, and perhaps that's that little bit of grunt that we need, he could be the person to bring that, and he does score and pop up with a few goals.
Yeah,
I couldn't tempt him.
Sure, yeah. It just all depends on what budget we've got to spend and who we can attract and who's available more than anything. Who can we get? Because it would be nice to be. I mean, I'm saying we need to sign players out of the Prem, but we got Cashin and Beadle from Brighton. Obviously Roberts is from Sunderland. So we have signed Tommy Doyle from Wolves as well. Sorry, yeah. So there is a few that we signed out of the Prem, isn't there? And really, out of what I've just said, there's only Roberts and Doyle that have really worked for me out of them ones I've just said from the Premier League signings. Obviously Kumas as well from Liverpool. But he's been sort of short on game time massively, hasn't he, lately, Kumas? When he came on Saturday for how long did he come on for? A few minutes?
He just looked out of it, didn't he? He didn't seem part. I know it's very late on, but again, he just doesn't seem to be in it.
No.
Fraser has also said Patterson on loan from Sunderland. He's quality. He's a goalkeeper. Browne, good evening, young man. Welcome from Europe. Tom Kearney from Fulham. That's a really good shout.
That's a good shout. Yeah, that's a very good shout. That is.
He's not playing at all for Fulham, is he?
No.
That's a good shout. He's a captain and a leader as well. He is.
Yeah. Very good shout. That is.
Yeah.
Getting on a bit.
Might be 31, but that's what we need, Chris. We need experience. We need someone to come in with like Henderson's done at Brentford. We need someone to come and do it. In years gone by when we got out of this league, we've had Carsley, Carr, Jeff Kenner,
Kevin Phillips. Yeah.
All these players, at the wrong side of 30 have been the difference for us to get out of this league.
We need some people that have been there and done it. I mean, Damari Gray, we've got some experience there, but to actually get through a promotion and playoffs and stuff, if that's where we're wanting to go, good to get some actual experience, because we haven't got it really in the coaching staff. We've only really got it on the pitch. Yeah,
I mean, Tom Huddleston's obviously one of our coaches, and he's the perfect type of player we need. It's a shame he's tired, because he would have been brilliant. Still with us for us, wouldn't he?
Pete Taylor says, as a club, we really need to be aiming higher with some of the players that we're trying to sign to get Ndoye back.
But I mean, if sorry, Paul, I was going to say, if the season ends now, tomorrow, and we're 12th, it's not been a bad season, has it?
I just think it's a bit disappointing when you look at our home form. If only we could have won. Say if we won like two more, won 2 away games, 2 more, we'd be right up there. Would we be in the playoffs with 4 more points, or we'd be there or thereabouts, wouldn't we?
Closer to the pack than what we are. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Here's one. Harvey Elliott.
Brilliant shape, but would he step down?
Half teams in the Championship. I don't think he'd play in the Championship.
He would be good at like a Brentford or someone like that.
Yeah, he's a quality player.
Yeah,
I'm going there, didn't I?
Don Kavanagh said Ruben Colwell, midfielder from Cardiff. He's tall and attacking, but has also got great composure.
Yeah, I would go for a good 6. You know, someone who can play next to Tommy Doyle. Pake's done well. Don't get me wrong. He's a good flair player. Good on the ball. But we just need somebody who's better off the ball when we're out of possession. That's going to get
away.
Yeah. That's going to get everything around them. You know, G'd up basically. When the chips are down, our heads seem to drop, don't they, a little bit? We just need somebody to lift everybody around us. You know, like a Robbie Savage or players like that who've done it over the years.
We also need somebody that's got that type of wonder goal in the bag. Yeah, we've seen it with Damari and a couple of screamers so far, but we haven't got anybody else that you think can come up with that absolute worldie at any occasion. One name that's been mentioned by Fraser though is a great shape, Gus Hamer.
Okay. Oh yeah, Sheffield United, Coventry player. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. Well, he still lives in Cov.
I think it'd be wrong for me not to say Watter's capable of scoring a screamer. He hasn't got one for a while, but
no, I think consistently though.
Yeah,
it's you know what I mean. You need somebody we lack it big time. When they come off the pitch, we're looking for the perfect goal. Sometimes we just need them to come on and spank one.
Yeah, how many's Pake? Pake's got about 4 or 5, isn't it?
5, I think.
Yeah,
I think it's 5.
Not a bad return from.
Not really, no.
You know, you just need the 10 in front of him. We could do with the 10 in front of him now, being on. You know, I know it's Stansfield at the moment, so do with a 9 then. If the 10 is to be Stansfield, then we need a 9 as well, who's on like double figures as well, don't we?
Yeah.
So, anyway. Rightio, shall we move on then, Chris? You want to go on to the Barnets?
We'll go on to the Barnets.
One job.
He didn't play for Barnet, but here's his Barnets. That's all right. Hang on. That should be up on the screen.
Oh, wow, that's
yeah, it is, Eddie.
I can't see it.
Is that grey hair or gel? Looks like he's slicked his hair right back there.
Can I see it?
Yeah, I'll show all of it.
No, I can't see anything.
On my screen, Robe.
It's on the screen. Look in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Open your eyes, Robe. That's what those things are for. Is it Jerry Gill? Pete Taylor said.
It's not Jerry.
He looks like foreign.
Yeah. Oh, can I have a guess?
On then.
We're waiting with bated breath.
Jefferson Montero.
No, his hair was more curly.
Is it Stan Lazaridis?
No.
Hang on, is that picture of him in his playing days or now?
Yeah, why has he got red behind his head?
We'll find out.
Is that a flag?
No.
Have you got the full picture?
I have got the full picture. Yeah, it's not Marcelo, but
is it Jose Dominguez?
No.
If Cristiano Ronaldo would have ever played for us, I'd have probably been saying him.
Not Rui Estevez.
I think it's somebody more recent. Yeah.
When we said Marcelo, Chris, you went all nervous then, so it's got me thinking.
Not Maxime Colin, is it?
No.
2015-16.
He'd be good in this team now, wouldn't he, Maxime Colin, at right back?
Yeah. He got man of the match the other day, apparently, for his club, for Toulouse.
Yeah, but he was consistent when he was quality.
Yeah.
During bad times as well.
This Barnet's doing my head in now, I ain't going to lie.
Yeah, you've been pretty ruthless lately, Chris, with these.
No, yeah. They're going to get more and more obsolete.
Well, I've just put it on AI.
Yeah.
And he said, the player in your image appears to be Bright Sire Samuel.
Oh, damn.
Known for his thick textured hair.
It's not John Terrell, is it?
No, it's not Barry Fry either.
Oh, hang on. Is it Federico Makeda?
No.
Oh,
No,
That was a good one.
nor is it Walter Pandiano.
He had no hair.
Yeah.
Is
The
it?
ball.
Yeah.
The rifle.
The rifle.
The truck driver.
Oh dear, how many?
Go on, just give us another one. It's Christmas.
Well, give a clue to us, not to Robe.
Just while you mentioned Christmas, we'll be back next Tuesday, isn't it? Not Monday.
Yeah,
next
next Tuesday for our Christmas.
for our special. I'm hoping to be joined by a special. Well, we're hoping to be joined by a special guest as well, which will be announced during the week.
We're not having Christmas jumpers on, or are we? Christmas jumpers next week, yeah?
Yeah, why not?
I've only got red ones. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay.
I've only got a green one, but let's do that. Ian Bennett is being said by Ray Orton or Gary Speed by Jason Hughes.
No.
Stephen Kelly, Fraser Higgins, or Pete Taylor says is it Ben Davies?
It's from 2015-16. Chris, what position was he?
Thank you. Because
if you're lying, God help you.
I swear on my life, honest to God, it's not me with a haircut either.
Lafferty.
Oh no, it's not Jerry Gill. No, come on. Right then, I'm going to give you another minute.
How many games would you say he played for us?
That's 60.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
Gleason.
if I remember right, it was 60.
It's not Frank Drew.
No.
Robert Tesh.
He gave us the clue of a long, long road,
Novak.
which was a subtle one. So come on.
I know, I can't think of anything. Okay, first letter. But this should do it. Okay.
Kevin.
Of the surname. First letter of his surname.
I'm not saying.
Not Cliftonbelt.
No.
K. And he's a midfielder with a K.
O'Keefe. O'Keefe.
No.
O'Keefe.
No.
Kelly.
I'll give you the letter F as
F.
Keith Fahy.
Well, good effort from Tron there. Fabrini. Diego Fabrini. He had a perm though, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a FK. And he's a midfielder and he played 67 games.
Played 67 games, yeah.
Keith Fahy.
No.
Oh, this is proper got me.
Right.
Okay, then I'll give you this. I'll give you another letter.
Is his first name or surname?
I'm not giving you any more clues. If I give you this third letter, you're going to get it.
K-E and F.
K-E-R.
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 You think we're going to get it?
Oh, we had a centre half, didn't we? What was his name? We went up to Rangers, Kearsley or something.
No.
Rob Kiernan. Rob Kiernan.
No.
Rob Kiernan.
That's what I'm thinking of now.
It's the 60-odd games for the Blues.
Fourth letter, I. Might be spelling this wrong, by the way.
I'm going to rename this to bloody the 10-minute headache.
Yeah.
Murati.
Come on, Harry.
Fry.
No,
Karen Fry.
Karen Fry. Well done, Claire.
Oh, yeah.
Googling it.
she's busy Googling away going, right, I'm going to play out
City
these
player
letters.
Kerry.
Can you just Google how many games he played?
How many games did he play, Claire?
I'm pretty sure it was.
He wasn't here for a season, was he? It was Ola signed him. He was a continental winger, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Is that picture you did?
He scored a good goal at Rotherham.
He did, scored a wicked free kick.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah. I reckon he probably played about 16 games, more so than 60.
Karen Fry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a look. He joined for 2.2 million. He made 13 league appearances, 3 starts and 1 goal.
There you go.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really close.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
did
what-
that just to throw you off, you sir.
let's just. I'll give you a clue. He's played this many games, and you give us the wrong number. That's like Rome saying that he hasn't stolen the top that's behind him.
I don't want to make it too easy for
67 games.
you. In future,
All
don't
right.
believe anything I say.
We're not gonna.
He now plays for Ligue Bayas.
You want to kill us with the who now then?
Oh, this is a good one. Oh, right.
There's the hint. It's French.
Oh, hang on. Oh no, I got.
Just, I felt in the game the wide players in the diamond had a bit of room.
Well, he's Irish.
Where the players in the diamond had a bit of room.
Irish or Scottish?
Scottish.
Irish.
Scottish.
Diamond.
I'm saying Scottish.
I'm saying Scottish.
He sounded Irish.
Let's go. Do it again.
Chris, can you play it again,
Okay, you're
please?
either Irish or Scottish.
I felt in the game the wide players in the diamond had a bit of room when the ball was on their
No,
shoulders.
he's Scottish. Sorry. I says room.
I think Irish.
Pete Taylor says, "Is it Mark Leonard?"
No, it's not. No. I'm only going
But-
to.
I
I'm only
think
going to
it's
give
Barry
you 2 minutes.
Ferguson. We're just going to name every Scottish player now.
I'm only going to give you 2 minutes on this.
Have
Chris
yeah,
Burke.
No,
Chris Burke.
no.
Have they been on the show, Chris?
No.
Haven't been on the show.
It's not Gary O'Connor.
Damien
I took a
Johnson.
proper left ball out of left curler out there, right? So Peter Lovenkrands.
He's Danish.
Yeah, but have you heard his accent? Scottish.
He played for Scotland, didn't he?
It's not McFadden. Oh,
Denmark, didn't he? Lovenkrands.
Lovenkrands was Denmark.
Hmm.
But he played for
Well,
Rangers, didn't he? Which is where he gets his
Yeah.
accent from.
He
Yeah.
loves Rangers, doesn't he?
come on.
Oh, I still
yeah.
say he's Irish.
No, I'm not going to make. Not
Is
Dykes.
he still playing now?
Think he's playing. Yeah, still playing. Lower league.
You're not going to
Irish.
turn him in. You're not going to make him Irish.
No, not going to make him Irish. No,
You can.
It's not Paul Caddis, is it? He's not playing.
I'm not going to tell you how many games.
Okay.
Because he might have played 100, but he's
I think
played
it was.
5.
I think it was 67.
A Scottish player who's still playing now in the lower leagues.
Yeah. That is.
Gary O'Connor.
No.
He's not still playing, is he? I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Diamond.
Struggling.
Play it again.
It's just, I felt in the game the wide players in the diamond had a bit of room when the ball was on their side. We said at half time, if we can get the ball out, there's space, and the ball came out to me. And
Stephen Caldwell.
Ball came out to him. Winger, by any chance?
Midfield, maybe.
It wasn't Adam.
No, he had a thick Irish accent, didn't he?
Okay, first letter A.
His first name is
Adam.
Alan.
Alan Johnston.
Can't think of any more begins with A.
Anthony.
Anthony.
No.
You know.
No, it's not him.
And Andy.
No. Not
Andrew.
Andrew.
Andrew
Shinney.
Shinney.
Yes, he's got it. Andrew Shinney. That was a.
yeah, it was just,
Yeah.
I felt in the game the wide players in the
There you
diamond
go,
had a
that was
bit of room
Andrew
when the ball was on
Shinney.
their.
Good one.
That was good. That was a good who and a good
Yeah, that was.
yeah, good Barney and a good who that was, Chris.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
So predictions. I'll start us off for Saturday. Sheffield United away. Hard not to vote with your heart, isn't it? I'm going to go for 1-1. Claire.
I hope 4-1-1.
Got to stop this rot somewhere. We can't carry on losing.
Yeah.
Road.
I'm going to say 0-0. Sorry, I know it's negative, but I think we get a decent battling draw. I'll take that. Stop the rot.
Craig? I'm booking the trend. I'm going to go for us to sneak it 1-0. And it can be a double celebration as it's my brother's wedding and we're going to get 3 points up in Sheffield.
Oh,
And
lovely.
it's Holly's birthday as well. Triple.
Great reasons to win. I don't care if we stink the place out and win 1-0 and it comes off, Roberts' backside in the 95th minute. To be honest, we just need a win away from home to boost the confidence.
Yeah.
Chris?
As I'm the only one who's correct score in the last I'm going to go for 2-1.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Okay, that's a wrap then, isn't it?
It is a wrap.
Just so you're aware, Fraser Higgins has said we're going to beat, he said 3 at Sheffield, we're going to win 3-1.
Yeah.
Jason Hughes has gone for a 0-0. Mike Hill has gone for a 1-1 as well.
Yeah, you can't argue with anybody who says we're going to lose away, can you, at the moment, unfortunately? But anyway, let's hope that we can stop the rot and pick up some points on the road because we need to.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've been the Tilton Talk Show. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It's good night from me, and it's good night from Mr. Fixer Craig Courtney.
And it's a good night from me, and it's come on, Blues. Let's break this curse on Saturday. Let's get the points. And Kyogo, come on. Yeah, let's see a goal. And I'm going to hand you over to, the person that I get on with quite a bit. Class him as a friend. So, Claire?
Oh, thanks for that. Nicest thing I've been called all day. Good luck, Blues, on Saturday. Let's try and get something away for once. And it's a good night from Chris Browne. I'm just doing this so Rogue doesn't mess up. I'm not be there for ages, Chris, so...
He's going to mess up. He's going to hand back to himself.
He's got an anxiety attack now. It's a good night from me, and it's a good night from Robe.
Well, falls to me. Pressure's on. Have a good night, everyone. You're making me laugh for no reason now. Stay safe, those who are going up to Sheffield. Let's just stop the rot and get something on Saturday. There you go.
Who are you handing over to, Mark? Are you handing over?
Paul. Paul, have you been done?
I have, but I will say that we're sponsored proudly by AMG Logistics.
One job, Robe. One job.
Yeah,
I'll pass you over to Craig. No, Craig.
I'm going to end this.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Night, all.
Good night. See you later. Goodbye.
Love you all.
It's all just a robe. Good riddance. We should add to that.
Are we still on?
People are still getting the unique question.
Yeah, Facebook is so far behind. It's unreal.
A question for last week.
I just hope nobody's driving and doing the Barnets.
And we're off.